Hello, so this is my first video and I thought we'd start off with a £4.20 PC. This is a Stone desktop, so this is an LGA 775 PC, uses DDR2 and it doesn't turn on. I bought it for £4.20 from a local retailer and picked it up today. I haven't tried to power it on at all, I've just had a look at it. So this is the side panel. On there it's got the motherboard's a DG31PR, as you can probably tell by reading it, and it's just got a nice little spec sheet which goes along with it. So I bought this, like I said, I haven't turned it on or anything. I bought it without the RAM and it didn't come with a hard drive. It's also incredibly dusty. If this thing powers on, it'll be a miracle, but it's going to go straight off so I can get it all cleaned. So first thing to do, just going to check the power front panel. So all of these, I'm not sure if they're individually wired. No, they aren't. Okay, so they're all in. There's a SATA cable plugged in here. I'm just going to unplug that. No reason, probably don't need to, but am I? It's got a retention on it. Oh, no, that's not coming out. Oh well, right. So I'm going to just pop open these, use my nice PNY RAM with the heatsink on it. So this is DDR2, like I said, I think. Let's see, yep. Okay, so that's in now. I've just got to run a power cable. So this just uses a standard UK kettle plug. Yeah, pretty much as simple as that. So these, I've had a few experiences with these before, not specifically Stone, but these small form factor sort of OEM machines are normally used in schools. They're all built the same. They have normally about a 240 watt power supply, not much more than that. So I haven't got it plugged into a monitor or anything here. As you can see, I'm just going to plug it in and just see if anything happens. So I'm going to plug it in and keep my eye on the front panel. Okay, so I've got power at the front, but that power supply I'm very not happy with. Yeah, see, that's keeping power in there for ages. Right, so that sounded like coil whine, which is probably quite good. So I did get power at the front. Like I said, haven't turned it on. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to get my spare 380 watt Antec green and plug that in and see if that does anything, and fingers crossed we'll get a post. So already we're off to a better start than I expected, in that they said it was completely dead and it did come up with a light, which is pretty good, you know, it's a pretty good start. So yeah, that was just coil whine, which I'm not a fan of. So I've paid £4.20 for this computer, so at the moment, like I said, I'm happy enough in my head to pay £4.20 for that heatsink and that SATA cable, because they will work and I'm happy to pay enough for those. The case, I have sold one of these cases before with a working power supply for about £10. Haven't got the power supply for this one. I think they're about £8. There's also a case fan. I forgot a 80mm that looks like, which is running on a 3-pin. Yeah, so I will grab my power supply and then we'll have another go. Okay, so I've now got my Antec 380 watt earth watt spare power supply. This is £20 from eBay. So this, I'm not sure if it was this, but I heard a weird little noise a minute ago, so I'm going to take some extra caution. So, and this it's got screws there, but then it's got these really, I don't know how well you can see that. Let's see if we can get a zoom. It's got these really horrible kind of, they're not screws, they're just like these kind of, is that going to focus? No, it's not. Okay. Well, I'll try and put a photo on if I figure out how. They're these sort of really horrible push pins that if you want to take the motherboard out, I think you've got to push like a pen over them so that they close up. They're not. I'm not a fan, I'll be honest. So let's just take the CPU 4 pin out. See aside. These power supplies, if I was going to sell this as a bundle again, I would buy another power supply, I think, or I would tell them what one to get. This is really And this front panel I might just pop off so I can get a bit of extra leverage. So these pins all just push up and then it slides off like that. Yeah, so they're all built the same. And then this whole cage rocks forward, and then you can, gosh, that's quite a bit of dust in it. You can get your hand there. Oh jeez. I mean, this locking pin isn't down either, so I doubt that would be it, but oh Jesus, I'm really wrestling with this. Okay, just managed to get that out, barely. So there is nothing else plugged into the motherboard from this power supply now. So we're just gonna loop those around. So this is an LGA 775 board. I thought I was buying an LGA 1156, a DQ57TM. So I'm somewhat disappointed in that regard. However, if this works, it'll be fine. It's mainly, well, it will be used as just a PC for some Fortnite and stuff. And I mean, with their new performance mode, you can pretty much, most systems will play it. I'm going to pair it with hopefully a Q6600. I'm going to try and get 4 gigs of RAM and a new case and a GTX 550 Ti. So maybe you'll get a video on that. I'm aiming for the budget to be about 30 quid, but the case has been my main issue, in that I don't want to go and pick one up because of you know what. I don't know if I'll say it. Yeah, because of that. So I've had to sort of stay off it for a while, until it's clear, you know. Right, so that is the Antec plugged in, and I will plug it into a monitor actually, yes, yeah. Right, so I'm just using some Acer panel with a broken VGA cable in, because sometimes it will display purple, but however I don't have a spare one at the moment, so I'm just using that until I can get a new one. And it always displays, it just displays a bit wonky sometimes, which I'm not quite a fan of, but you got to do what you got to do. Right, that is the monitor power. So yeah, like I said, just some old Acer panel like this, which is absolutely caked in dust from being in the loft. Right, power in. Is the cable long enough? Just about. Right, I'm going to have to reposition this, I think, so that the camera can see it, so give me a sec. Okay, so the monitor is now plugged into the wall and into the PC down here. It's just a VGA plug. So now we're going to plug in the Antec and see what happens. Right, that's powering on the Antec. And that's the Antec powering on. And then that's the power button there. Well, that's good. Are we going to get a post? Acer? Yes, we are. Brilliant. Okay, well, I'm going to power that puppy off. And I'm going to get to cleaning that fan. I'm just going to turn off this. Don't know if I'll give you a really gruesome close-up in a second, but that fan is absolutely caked full of dust, which is less than ideal, but be good to get it all cleaned out, and I'm sure it'll be wanting one after 13 years. As a side note as well, I have no idea what CPU that is. I know it's LGA 775. They were selling one which was a seller on 430. I mean, it doesn't really matter anyway what CPU it is, because I'm going to be upgrading it, because I will be surprised if anything if it's a Core 2 Duo, put it that way. I'm thinking it's going to be a Celeron, which is not really useful in today's specs. But yeah, so I'll be giving this a clean. Yeah. Okay, so I just thought I'd film a little bit more as I was researching a bit more about the computer. I kind of realised that there isn't much in terms of these stone small form factor PCs. So at the moment I haven't got the panel on it at the moment. So this has got two USB 2 ports, what I believe is USB 2, a Firewire port, 2 audio ports, and a power button there, as well as, oh there we go, let's get that in frame, power button, as well as I'm going to say that's a power indicator, and a hard drive LED, as well as the Stone branding, Vista sticker, and what I assume was hopefully a Core 2 Duo sticker. So on the back here, if you want to add a disk drive, you would just pull that little tab and take this panel off. Same thing for a 3.5-inch drive or a floppy drive. So now to actually getting the back off of this. So there are 2 screws here and here, and then you've got this little blue lever. So this lever was a little bit stuck for me the first time. So you're going to pull that down, and then this whole slide panel should come off like that, and then you can lift it up and off. Okay, so then you've got obviously the motherboard here, 5.25 inch here, 3.5 inch here, and then you should, okay, so this is how you look at this as well, it just lifts up. Mine didn't have any screws in it, although sometimes they do. Yeah, mine didn't, so I can't tell you if they do or not, apologies. So mine came with a SATA cable as well, yours might not. So yeah, on this board, it's a pretty nice board. I will be making a video on it, I think, if this one gets... No, I'll be making a video on it. So here we've got let's see if we can get that zoom in, if it'll focus. Fingers crossed. Okay, so here we've got what I'm fairly certain is an 80mm fan. So just on the corners here, just going to take a screwdriver to that. They're nice black screws as well, so they don't stick out as much. Yeah, so this is the only one that this is the only one in the case. It is also connected by a 3-pin. Mine was just wired down to the bottom of the motherboard. This case is actually pretty... this motherboard, sorry, is actually pretty good in terms of fan support. It looks like it's got one... Yeah, so the CPU fan has got a 4 on it, which is in the top right. I'm going to zoom... Let's just pan that over. So this is the CPU fan connector. That's 3-pin. On the board is a 4-pin. This is just a stock Intel blower. And then you've got a 3-pin there, which looks like it's taken a bit of a beating. And then another the 3-pin here. And then another 3-pin just there. Okay, so we will get back to taking the screws out. So there are just 4, they're pretty thick. I think they're just standard case fan screws. Just 4 black, really thick threaded screws there. Is it going to focus? Yeah. Apologies about my hands, they are so dirty because this computer really is absolutely grim. I would take it outside, but I'm not as brave as, say, Budget Build's official and take it outside in the rain. So this is just, this is cable tied to the thing. But just some knockoff. Is not a nice fan at all, really. So then you've got one here. So the power supply just, very crunchily should shimmy out, unless it's not going to come out, and I'm going to have to take the motherboard out, which isn't fun. Ugh, look at all of that. That is grim. I'm going to have to change this plaster. Yeah, so this is an FSP power supply. I will. I'll put the link for it or whatever in the description. Yeah, but that's just all I thought I'd say. This is just a standard I/O shield at the back here. This is just a standard. Let's pop that down. Yeah, that's just a standard I/O shield, and then there are 4 low profile brackets. So it depends on how big your motherboard is, on whether you will be able to use all of these or not. So this one is, I can use all of them if I have a low profile card. So I can fit a PCIe 2.0. So, but I mean, most cards will support it. It'll just be a lower bus speed. A PCIe 1X, so that'll be helpful for, your Wi-Fi and whatever. And then 2 PCI lanes. So when I put this into a bigger case, I'm going to be adding a sound card to it. Just because I like sound cards and it's something I thought I'd try out. Because I'm my current PC is a Dell 3020 small form factor, so I won't be fitting much in there. But yeah, if you have any questions, please ask. And if you enjoyed the video, oh, speaker by the way, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.